When I first started running, I thought stamina was all about getting fitter. If I found myself getting tired, I thought I just needed to try a little harder. Or maybe it just meant that I wasn't strong enough to be doing what I was trying to be doing. Wrong. Turns out there are so many controllable factors that make a difference between a run that feels effortless and a run that has you questioning all of your life decisions before mile 2. The best part is that all of these things have nothing to do with you being a pro athlete. If you're new here, hi, I'm Gabby. By no means am I a pro. I've gone from struggling to do 1 mile to getting first place in multiple 10Ks and first place in a half marathon. Today, I'm breaking down 3 energy hacks that can completely change the way that you feel during your run and that you can start using immediately. Part 1, fuel before you feel it. I'm not just talking about grabbing a banana before you head out, because your energy on a run actually starts the night before. If you want to get really technical, it starts 2 nights before, but we can work on the night before for now. So if you're having something like grilled chicken, veggies, and a side of rice, that is perfect. But if you're anything like me and you were taught that you're supposed to be having a small dinner to lose weight, that might bite you in the butt later. If you skip out on carbs entirely, you are robbing your muscles from glycogen, which is literally their preferred source for fuel. Think of glycogen as your body's battery. Basically, you have to charge it overnight in order to be able to access it throughout the day. If you don't charge it, you'll be starting your day at 20% if you're lucky. While we're on the topic of food, let me bust one myth really quickly. Fasted cardio will not magically burn more fat, especially for women. Technically, you may burn a higher percentage of calories, but that doesn't mean you're burning more fat overall. And for women, running on an empty tank can actually spike your cortisol, your stress hormone, which leaves you to be hungrier, angrier, bloated. All the things that we're supposedly avoiding, right? I used to skip breakfast or have maybe half of a banana because I thought that would be the most effective way to burn fat, but really I'd end up famished and wondering why I didn't lose weight and why I wasn't getting any faster. You may be thinking, Gigi, Gabby, I'm not hungry in the morning, I don't know what to do. Even though I'm up at 4:30 in the morning for all of my runs, or most of my runs, still make sure that I have at least a honey stringer, toast and some butter. I try to make sure I get carbs and healthy fats before my workout. And not only do I try, I make it happen. Please, pinky promise, trust me when I tell you this makes me feel like a completely different runner. All that to say, rule number 1 is fuel before you crash out. Part 2, pace like you are not in a hurry. This was my biggest rookie mistake, starting too fast. You can actually see this in my marathon time. I did so well in the first 13 miles and absolutely tanked in the second half for a couple of reasons. One of them because the fueling, and the second because I didn't let my body understand that we needed to warm up. Maybe you've done it too. You feel really good at the start, your watch tells you that you're flying, and you say, okay, I'm gonna hold on to this pace. Then you hit a wall, sometimes way earlier than expected. Sometimes it's not even about ego, you just get caught up in what you're doing, especially if you're just starting to enjoy your run. If you see another runner and you accidentally speed up to keep your pace, or you speed up because you think everyone's watching you. Another example would be, let's say your favorite song comes on and then you pick it up as well and you don't even notice, but you've gassed yourself out before the song even finishes, or before your run is close to finishing. So what's the actual tip here? Your first mile should feel too easy. It should feel like you are holding yourself back on purpose. Probably the best part of starting slow is that then you can gaslight yourself into thinking that you have basically nothing left. Like, let's say I have 8 miles to do, technically that's just 6 because the first 2 miles are a warm-up anyway. Every single runner I know loves to downplay the run ahead, and part of that is by enjoying the slower paced parts of the run. You may not know this about me, but I'm a therapist, and something I can tell you with complete certainty is that your brain loves to reframe something. Which brings me to part 3. Train your mind just as much as your body. Our brains are programmed to make us remove ourselves from something that feels uncomfortable. It is completely normal that you will almost always feel like quitting before your body actually has to quit. Your brain is constantly scanning for discomfort. The second it notices it, it will think that you're in danger. And this is where the mental tricks start to kick in. Instead of thinking, I have 3 miles left, focus on the things that are ahead of you. I'm gonna run to that stop sign, then I'm gonna slow it down, then I'm gonna run to the next stop sign, and then I'm gonna slow it down. By the time you've distracted yourself enough, you'll probably be done with the first half of those 3 miles. You'll only have 1.5 miles to go. Ask anyone, my favorite way to look at running is by chunking it down. Like, the first 2 miles for me do not count because I will always do a 2-mile warm-up. If none, I mean none of that is working, make the run more than just a run. Let me explain. Sometimes if I'm really not feeling it for the following day, I'll convince myself by saying this run is about getting to the sunrise. Plan it all around, making sure I get to my sunrise location and I have something to look forward to. Speaking of things to look forward to, while you're running, you can even mentally plan your lunch, your day ahead, your breakfast, all the things that you have going on for the day. It's such a good way to break into the mindfulness of it all. Your mind is engaged, your body is much more likely to keep going. Sometimes I get so distracted in the middle of my thought process that I've done the mile. And that is when you'll start to notice your stamina improving week by week, run by run. So if you want to feel more energized before your runs, make sure you fuel the night before. Start your runs slower than you think. And most importantly, use your brain as a teammate. Reframe, chunk, distract. You don't need the elite genetics to get better at running. You just need smart habits that will stack in your favor. If you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe. Yeah, leave a comment below if you think I'm missing any other energy hacks. I post weekly videos on Friday for my running vlog. I'm gonna let this one outside because she was doing her poopy walk, which is why we picked her back up. Thank you so much. Bye!